Hello everyone, good morning and happy weekend wherever you are. Thanks for joining today's Jennifer Tarot Spiritual Guidance reading. And today's reading is for the special new moon happening on November 18th. So November 18th as the new moon is a time when we can set our intentions for the month ahead, things that we would like to see fulfilled or to put into action, or to set the wheels in motion so that they could be manifested or executed by yourself and the universe through the full moon. So when the full moon comes and culminates, then that's when it's a period of execution and manifestation, revelation, and materialization in many respects. So in order to work with the cycle, I decided to make a special spread for today using the tarot to give us guidance on how to align our intentions and wishes in an effective and grounded manner, connected to spirit, aligned with your inner being, aligned with your source. So I prayed over the deck and the cards, and I shuffled, and we have our 3-card spread. So the first card is going to be the most important energy to harness and deepen. So this is where we should put our focus, where we want to put our focus. And we have with us the 9 of Cups, which is reversed. Now, my understanding of the card so the guidance is that how to boost and deepen it. So Spirit is indicating that it's important to feel secure and to feel confident in what you already have, in what you already are, in who you are, and the way that you live, the being that you are, and the things that you've achieved, that you've accomplished, and is exactly where you are right now in this point in time, to be happy with that, to appreciate how wonderful it is, and to feel secure, to boost those feelings of confidence, to boost that sense of security from within yourself, and to really see yourself in a position of power, of self-control, of mastery, self-mastery, and knowing that the cups represent emotional fulfillment and emotional well-being, having a satisfying and harmonious energy in your life regarding your emotional life and regarding your achievements, your finances, and putting yourself in a place of power. So this is really important, is for us to highlight the intention towards even more personal power, even more self-empowerment. So ask yourself, where might I be giving my power away? Where might my thoughts be fearful? Where am I putting my trust in things outside of me that I cannot control? And thus, if they don't work out, then I feel bad. But it has nothing to do with your intrinsic value and worth. So Spirit Source is indicating that this is a really special area in your life, self-empowerment, personal power, harnessing those feelings of fulfillment, of knowing that you are in a good space, that you are in a good place, that you're not lacking, you're not deficient, you're not doing anything wrong. If things haven't been moving for you, it's because you're in the right place and the energy is changing, but in a very energetic level. So that's really important. So that is the energy that we want to boost and harness and deepen, amplify, strengthen it. So when you look at this card, what feelings does it evoke from you? Is it security and confidence and pride? So then that is a key area that we can deepen in a positive, healthy, wholesome, nourishing, aligned manner. We're not talking about arrogance or haughtiness or ego-centered notions, but rather the wholesomeness that is you, because God created you whole and beautiful and wonderful designed to be happy, designed to be joyful, healthy, full of life, full of energy, full of joy with the things, the people that you love, and most importantly, self-satisfaction. So this is that card, self-satisfaction. So boost those feelings of being satisfied with who you are, with what you do, and with what you are, with yourself. Okay, now the second card is the least important thing, the thing that you don't need to focus on, that you don't need to worry about, that you can release and let go your worries in that regard. And we received the Three of Pentacles. So it makes a lot of sense, because this card, the guidance, and the fact that it's reversed is quite telling, because the significance is that Spirit is suggesting that, or is inviting us to release notions of needing to go for formal education or formal training or proving yourself or being an apprentice or being like needing to prove your worth to other peers who might be more experienced or seasoned. So like if you're searching for a job, or you're thinking of applying to school, or you are wanting to join some organization, or you feel like you need to prove your worth to a group of people, then Spirit is reminding us that this is not that important. It's not as important as you think, and you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about taking too much on, like learning too many new things, or receiving, like doing what society says you should do by means of like a structured approach. So it's like you have to go through XYZ process or ladder. I just got the word ladder, which makes sense because he's stepping on something here, the apprentice, and they're evaluating his work. So consider, like, if you feel like you need to jump through some hoops, or you need to prove your worth or your knowledge, or you need to prove yourself and your skills, it's not as important. Actually, it's not important. And this means that you can free yourself from being doubtful or fearful that, oh, well, maybe I should go for that extra training because it's not enough that I already have my credentials and I need to prove myself. Because you might be acting from a space of fear, and you might be acting from a space of lack, and that you don't really know your path of highest joy, and so you're just doing something because that's what society may have programmed us to believe is the necessary process or path, or others that you consider to be mentors or more senior, or who are in a place that you would like to access. You think they say you should do this in order to get where you want to go. Well, Spirit is reminding us that it's not as important. It's not that significant. And there's something else at play. There are greater forces at play. And right now, in this month ahead, the most important thing is to be aligned with yourself, to be self-satisfied, confident, self-assured, steady, balanced, grounded, centered in yourself. That is so important. And if you're going to be taking lessons from anyone, do it from your God. Do it from your inner being. And it means as well, okay, doing our research, going out there, meeting people, talking to people, seeing what's out there in the world, seeing what the waves are saying, seeing what the research says, what the books say, what the experts have shared, and gathering your information and then bringing it all back home to your heart and your mind, and connecting with God and connecting with your inner being, and then following the guidance of your inner being. But this will be after your subconscious mind and your inner being will have processed everything. Okay? So this is what we need to, or this is what's not as important, is the formal training, the formal education, the formal rigmarole, you know, like being the hamster on the wheel, kind of like jumping through the hoops and proving your worth. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. You're already wonderful. And finally, the last card is the outcome. What is our end in sight? What's the outcome of all this, of this month? What will happen? So the guidance is the Knight of Swords. So this immediately evokes action, energy, quick and sudden change, quick and sudden movement. So not necessarily an abrupt changes like the Tower would denote, but rather you being in a more aligned space where you will receive the right opportunity, where you will know that it clicks with you. Everything clicks into place. You'll know that it's the right thing, and there will be action forward, movement forward, swift and immediate action. And this is where it will be valuable for you to have done all that centering and that grounding and that stability, that bringing all the energy back into you, because then you will know that you can go fast and stay centered. You can go fast and stay in control, like a race car driver. So if you think of a modern day analogy for the Knight of Swords, I would say a race car driver. I would put this race car driver in a red Ferrari, and you know, the Ferrari will go where the driver tells it to go. And when it tells it to go fast, the Ferrari is going to go really fast. And you know that. And it's going to, you know, and if you have done that skill building and you're able to control yourself, know what's true for you and and to know your power and to be happy with who you are, you know that you will be in a place where you take decisions from groundedness and not impulsively, not hastily, but swiftly, because you will know already that's yes, that's no, that works, that doesn't. And you will know that when you've already let go of all the other rubbish that seemed to be important yesterday, and today it's not as important. And that happens. So give yourself the opportunity to be flexible, to be adaptable, to be supple in your mind, and to accept that life is working in a way that we may not control completely, but you don't have to, because it's all about harnessing your energy and coming back to that space of self-satisfaction. So let's cultivate that energy of inner love and inner peace, of confidence and security, and this could be our guidance and our path forward for this new moon. It will be for me, and I intend this message where it will illuminate whatever it needs to illuminate from your higher self and your inner being with love, light, peace, and joy. And remember, there's nothing to fear. There's only love, and only love is true. So have a beautiful, marvelous, happy weekend, a great new moon. Write down your 10 intentions, your 10 wishes for this new moon period, starting November 18th. Harness your power and remember to be happy with yourself. Lots of love. Goodbye.